Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jake here from Skritter, and I am coming at you with another update video. It is July 2021. The last time we did an update video, I had way shorter hair and it was 2020. So we've got a lot of ground to cover and a lot to talk about. In today's video, I'm going to talk about three major areas that we have been making some updates. The content side of things, the website, and the mobile application. First things first, in terms of content. On the Japanese side, we've been working on some updates, expanding our kind of textbook and study deck library. You'll notice some new JLPT study decks. There are also corresponding kanji decks. So the kanji that appears in those various levels can be studied independently. We've added JLPT N4 sentences along with the N5 sentences. We're currently working on the N3 sentences. We've got them written. We're working on translations and readings and audio and all that stuff. So that'll be coming really soon. On the Chinese side of things, in February of this year, we launched the Ultimate Character course on Skritter. It has 150 different characters and components covered over 16 5 to 6 minute videos. We are going to get into everything that you need to know about Chinese characters using these 150 basically. So it is the theoretical knowledge that you need to master thousands. This is something that Ula and I have been dreaming about since 2016. There's a little bit of something in there for everybody. If you haven't watched it yet, if you haven't checked it out yet, please do so. The other thing that came out actually a little bit more recently, I'm not sure if you heard, the HSK 3.0 kind of standard, the new 2021 standard went in effect July 1st, and Skritter came out with some new decks for it. We have a blog post that goes over all the details about what this means for you as a student, what this means for the HSK standard exams. Right now though, if you are interested, you can study 11,092 words that are covered in the new HSK 1 through 9 levels, and you can also study the handwriting element of that. They're in the featured area. You can search for them on Skritter under HSK and find them and study them. Other than that, we are currently working on a number idioms course. This will be 25 number idioms. We're going to go into example sentences. We're going to go into the characters inside of these idioms and how they all work. That is in post-production right now. We're doing some final editing, and hopefully we're going to have that out relatively soon. On the website side of things, if you go to skritter.com on the website, it's going to be mostly the same old Skritter, except in one area, which is making lists or making study decks. When you go and make a list or a study deck now on the Skritter website, you have the ability to upload images. Those images can now go onto your mobile devices. So if you want to have some custom images, go nuts, get creative, have fun. They're going to push themselves. Those updates will push to the mobile apps. You can see those in the mobile apps as well. So you're not just going to see that red kind of stock photo anymore, which is very exciting. The other thing that you'll see if you edit any of your personal lists is the ability to embed Vimeo or YouTube videos inside of them. You can do that at the deck level or the deck section level. So you can find your favorite YouTuber, you can put them in Skritter, which is super exciting. Create some awesome stuff, share it with everybody online, and we look forward to seeing what you come up with. Apart from that, the largest update and the thing I want to talk to you about today is the thing that we've basically been working on for the past 5 or 6 months nonstop, and that is the progress update. So if you're watching this video right now, that means that Skritter 3.6.0, the progress update, is out. Boy, does it have a lot of stuff inside of it. So I'm just going to I'm actually have the app in front of me right now. I'm going to open it up and kind of talk my way through what's new in here because there's just so much content. So first things you're going to notice when you open this application is a brand new splash screen on Japanese and Chinese. We want you to feel joy when you open this application, and I think our black screen kind of failed at that. So this new screen is a lot more colorful. It's a lot more fun, and hopefully it brings you a smile. So this was designed in-house with the team, collaborative work and effort by everybody, drawing by Iona. So thank you everybody on the team for that. So once you've gotten in the application and everything's synced up, if you're opening this for the first time, the other thing you're going to notice that's new is a fire icon on the top right of the home screen. That is your streak. So if there are numbers next to that icon, that means that that's how many days you've studied consecutively on Skritter. If you haven't started a streak yet, no big deal, start one. So the first time that you complete an activity for the day, whether that be learning, testing, or reviewing, you will see your streak for the day, and we will encourage you to come back tomorrow to keep your streak going. Hopefully this is seen as a fun thing, not something where you're feeling pressure about maintaining a streak. But if you are on a killer streak, be sure to share it with everybody, right? Like, be proud of the fact that you are showing up every single day, right? So that's what it's there for. It's to make you feel happy. It's to hopefully encourage you to show up every day and build these healthy habits. If you tap on the fire icon itself, you will see some more information in there. You also have the ability to set daily goals, and those daily goals are dynamic. You can edit them, and they're based on total cards you study during the day and total words you'd like to learn. Like I said, you can edit them independently. Personally, I think when you're setting goals, you want to be mindful of setting a goal that is achievable on a bad day, not a great day, if that makes sense, right? So, don't go too crazy. Don't feel bad about yourself if you can't study 100 new words every single day or whatever, right? Set it something manageable that you can do in the time that you generally have to study. Anything beyond that is like upside, right? But set some goals that you can achieve every single day to build that healthy habit of language learning. The other thing that's new inside of the application is the progress screen. So on the daily progress tab here, you're going to be able to see the total time that you have spent inside of the application. The total time here is active study time, and that now includes the time you spent learning inside of the application, the time you spent testing inside of the application, and the time you spent reviewing inside of the application. For the longest time, the time kind of reported to the server was just the reviews, and that's part of the reason why the progress update took so long to get out. We had to make sure that this other stuff also gets submitted to the server and is handled in the correct way. So total study time now is going to be an accumulation of all the things that you can do inside of the mobile application. With the success rate here on the daily tab, you can see just how well you're doing in the general context of your day, right? So it's not an individual test, not an individual review. Don't stress out about those incorrect cards that you got while you were studying. It's all part of the process. But overall, you can see how well you did during the day, right? And that can be a very nice benchmark for your overall progress. Here on the daily progress tab, you can also set your goals. You can see your cards studied or your words learned. And then we have the activity feed. And that's going to look largely the same as it did before, except now you can actually go in and you can view reports. We also now have test reports and learning activity reports. Over on the overall progress tab here, you're going to see a new chart that shows you the total words that you've learned since you either signed up on Skritter or last reset your account on Skritter. You can also see the unique characters that you've studied on Skritter. So if you study a word or a sentence that contains a bunch of different characters, we're going to go through and figure out exactly how many characters, exactly, unique ones, you've studied on Skritter. You can see your longest study streak that you've ever had on Skritter. Hopefully that is a motivating thing, not a demotivating thing. You can see the overall retention rate of your reviews inside of Skritter. You can see the total reviews you've done, the total study time you've spent, and the total days that you have studied. So this screen really is one of those screens where maybe you're not looking at it every single day, but when you do, you should look at it and feel proud of all the progress that you're making every single day or every single week or whatever. Sky's the limit. It's just going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. So if you ever need to feel, go back and look at how little you knew before you started and how much you know now, go to the overall progress tab. Other than that, there are a couple notable notes inside of the application. When you are studying due cards for the day, you will now see the incorrect cards that you got added on to the end of your review session, right? If you do a 100 card review and you do get 10 cards wrong, then those 10 cards will be due immediately as you're doing this session. You can back out and they'll still kind of appear for study later if you have to end the session early. But if you want to just power through and you want to get a more comprehensive report, you can do that. The other thing that you'll notice is that our streaks have been updated in terms of like the strokes that you're writing. We now have a new graphics quality setting. So this app is going to come installed with the high graphics setting, generally speaking. You can toggle that between high, medium, and low graphics, but this is just updated. So higher DPI, higher resolution, better strokes. They just look cleaner and crisper inside of the application on these high density, resolution screens. Very cool update there to the canvas. Additionally, speaking of canvases, our stroke order guide and support inside of learning mode, or when you use the teaching icon inside the application, also got an overhaul. So you're no longer going to see this little tiny, hard to follow dot to trace along. You're going to see a lot more vibrant strokes that you can trace along. So that's another really big, pretty update. Apart from that, there's a lot of minor under the hood fixes. There's tons of bug fixes that we handled inside of the application. We've been working on it for like 5 months. I don't even know how many builds it is at this point internal, but it's ready and you can study from it today. So that's all we have for now in Skritterland. I will be back at you soon enough with some more updates. In the meantime, thank you all so much for your support as always. Thank you for your patience on this update, and I wish you the very best in your journey. Happy studying and Jayo, add oil everybody. We'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.